morning. I'm Saul Reisman here at Saul's Automotive, and today we're going to talk about a little bit of one of my personal favorite vehicles, one of the ones that I drive every day, and one of the most common aftermarket serviced vehicles we see here, the Jeep Cherokee. Produced from 1984 to 2001, with over 2 million production vehicles on the market, this was one of the most reliable vehicles ever sold in the United States. Most of the ones that come in for service to us have over 300,000 miles and have been on the road for more than 2 decades. Phenomenal in and of itself. For a lot of owners, they understand that the moniker, "they don't make them like they used to," really truly applies to these motor vehicles. The engine that was in this vehicle was originally designed as a tractor engine in World War II, so that if the vehicles were incapacitated, they could still use the generator to run their electrical needs and necessities otherwise. Well, fast forward 50 years, 60 years, 70 years of engineering now, and not only did Jeep produce a phenomenal vehicle with that 50 years of engineering, but the aftermarket has responded in kind for the past 2 decades, with many companies producing bigger, better, stronger parts for these vehicles. We see many owners that come in with their Jeeps that want to lift it and put big tires on, and we support that and can help them in many ways. And then we have owners like this one that are so much more interested in making sure that their vehicle lasts as long as possible, something that they literally want to hand down to their children. While this vehicle looks slightly modified, we have lifted it, put some bigger tires on it, changed the suspension, put different bumpers on it, sure. Nothing extreme, it is still very daily drivable and can be manageable for anyone. Some of the other things that we've done to this vehicle aren't so easy to see. We've added an auxiliary transmission cooler that doubles the capacity of that transmission, so that even with the off-road bumpers that have added weight to it, and a full load in his camping gear, the roof rack and everything on top, that transmission can stay cool all day going up and down I-70 to the mountains with his family. At the same time, we also added a larger oil cooler and a remote oil filter relocation kit to increase the oil capacity of the engine. Not only will this keep the engine oil cleaner longer, giving them a longer interval between oil changes, but it will additionally allow greater cooling capacity to keep the oil temperature lower. We've also added a power steering cooler to this vehicle, so that in extreme duress off-road situations where the wheel is constantly being pitched and yawed side to side, specifically in four-wheel drive, when there's added forces on the steering, that pump will never get warm, never overheat its fluid. Additionally, because we knew those steering problems were going to be a concern for this vehicle, we hand-built larger steering components, physically heavier duty, larger tubes, larger rod ends here in-house, so that we can ensure that when this vehicle sees high-speed desert usage, the steering is stronger than factory, the wheels and tires can hold up to the abuse, and that the vehicle is making enough power steering to counteract any of those feelings to the driver, translating to a smooth ride and a reliable vehicle. We could go on and on about some of the modifications to this vehicle about longevity, but one of the last ones we're going to talk about today is the electrical system. I'm sure you've seen at this point the glowing lights from under the hood of the vehicle. We have replaced every single light bulb in this vehicle with an LED. We've additionally replaced all of the ballast resistors for your turn signals with LED resistors as well, so that they still time appropriately and don't confuse the dash into thinking there's a bulb out due to that low resistance in these new LED bulbs. We've also added hood lift supports and under hood LED lighting to further assist ourselves when doing repairs to the vehicle, as it constantly comes in for bigger and better upgrades. To help ensure that not only those LEDs get proper power and maintain longevity, we've installed an Optima red top battery, one of the most reputable batteries in the market, to give cold cranking power, extended life usage, and ensure that every electronic accessory has no problems at any point in time. If you have an old Jeep and you've got concerns about keeping her on the road for a long time, please give us a call. Not only would we be honored to see your pride and joy and help you keep it on the road for years, we would love to be able to help put together a game plan so that we can both maintain every aspect of the vehicle for many, many years to come. If you've got concerns about yours, or you'd simply like to make your vehicle a little bigger, stronger, and longer lasting, please give us a call here at Saul's Automotive. We can be reached 7 days a week at 303-919-7769. Thank you, and happy trails.